And now on the project, Kanoa, what's this? You've got the lead singer of Queen.
Yeah, I know, Mike. It's a big deal. This guy is known as the new guy, but he actually started singing with the band 11 years ago. Queen have got a new live album out, their first ever, and one reviewer says that Adam Lambert might just be the best voice in rock music today.
Mama, life is just begun.
When Adam Lambert stood before Simon Cowell to audition for American Idol back in 2009, he never imagined it would lead to this moment. That's right, performing alongside Queen's Brian May and Roger Taylor in the grand finale. While he didn't win the public vote that night, he soon won them over in the charts with a successful solo career, releasing hits after hit. But Queen wasn't done with Adam. They invited him to join them on tour, beginning a long-standing collaboration between the acts. Tomorrow, they'll release their first ever live album together, live around the world. Well, yesterday we spoke to Adam Lambert in London and started by going back to the beginning when he first auditioned for American Idol, and I asked if he ever thought that one day he'd be touring and releasing albums with Queen.
No. I think it's been such a fantasy that's sort of unfolded. And I keep asking myself the lyric, is this real life or is this just fantasy?
Caught in a landslide. Okay, I won't. Bohemian Rhapsody was a bold choice to audition with, though. Did you choose it because you were showing off your range or because you were a big Queen fan?
Both. You know, I knew I had to pick something that would show what I could do. And also, I knew I had to pick a song from a band and a singer that they could understand, put me in a certain lane.
So was it during your time on that show that the collaboration with Queen came about?
Yeah, it was, so I auditioned with Bohemian Rhapsody, and then on the finale, they were invited, Brian and Roger, to play We Are the Champions with us. And when they told me that Queen were coming, I was like, this is too weird. This is a full circle moment. And meeting Brian and Roger was surreal. You know, it was during the finale, so there was a lot going on, and things were very busy, and the stakes were high, but there was definitely like a click there. I felt a resonance when we were performing together, and I think they did too. And shortly after the Idol run, they got in touch and expressed their interest in maybe collaborating in the future. We got together and did our first official performance at the MTV EMAs in Belfast.
Oh, wow. I'm curious, though, did you know much about Queen before all of this happened?
You know, at that point, yes, I did know a fair amount about Queen. I had become a fan. You know, had seen video of Freddie performing on stage, and he's so inspiring. You know, he was so free and so cheeky. You know, I just was really blown away when I started studying their music and what I could find online. And you know, obviously I have the Greatest Hits album and I knew all those songs. And then working with the band, it was actually very cool because there were certain songs that I wasn't as familiar with. So I was sort of learning more and more about the band as I was working with them, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, what was that like? I mean, were they quite inclusive from day one, or did you have to sort of keep quiet and do what you were told?
You know, I felt it out. You know, they're first of all, they're very sweet and very, they were very open. And they kind of said from the get-go, look, we don't want you to imitate Freddie. We want you to make this your own. And so when I got that green light from them, I was like, okay, cool. But everything that I would do that might have been different than the recording, I definitely sort of asked for approval. You know, I have a ton of respect for Brian and Roger, and this is their legacy. So I was sort of, you know, walking on hallowed ground, and I knew that. And I also knew that fans were going to have certain expectations, and there's no replacing Freddie Mercury. That is impossible. So I had to sort of figure out the balance there.
And perhaps that's why you've been so accepted in this role, because people know that you know that.
It's important to admit it to the audience, like right away, because I think a lot of people come into a show and they think, who does he think he is? You know, and I'm like, yeah. I got a good gig. I got the gig of a lifetime. I'm singing these amazing songs. And really it's also about Brian and Roger getting on stage and doing what they love and continuing their legacy. And they need a singer.
Right. Now, you've released a new version of the Queen song called You Are the Champions. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, we recorded that live from lockdown. So it was a new way of creating a performance. And, you know, Brian laid down his guitar part, Roger laid drums, I did vocals separately in separate locations. We pieced it all together, mixed it, and we put it out to benefit all the healthcare frontline workers on this COVID-19 disaster. You know, we know that people are struggling and suffering and that it's a lot. So we wanted to put something out that could hopefully cheer people up and give you like a pat on the back, you know, a sense of unity with We Are the Champions. And changing it to You Are the Champions was really our way of dedicating it to them.
Yeah, it's great stuff. Adam Lambert, thanks very much for your time.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Yeah, we're about to start the show. Welcome to the project. And look, Jackie Brown is here.
I'm here on a Thursday. What is happening? Hello, thank you.
Jackie is normally here on a Friday, but I can let you into a little secret. She actually has a big crush on Adam Lambert, and she insisted on coming here on a Thursday.
One thing I love about him, commitment to eyeshadow. It doesn't matter what day it is, it's always there. I love him. Yeah, deep crush, deep.
You have a lot of crushes. It seems pretty much everyone we interview on this show, you got a crush on them. I think you need to...
Well, I mean, there's not that many. There's like Peter Dinklage.
Yes.
Harry Styles, Martin Clunes.
Yeah, it's already
both of you. So you're too many. I'll just get rid of you guys. They're not on my list anymore. Too much.
Hey, the new album is called Queen and Adam Live Around the World, and it's out tomorrow, so you can listen to it from then.
Don't